What's up, YouTube? Back with another Sunday commentary. Haven't done one of these in over a month, but we back, and today I want to talk about probably the most common question that I get and how this question doesn't really have an answer to it, even though I always try my best to answer it. It honestly doesn't really have an answer. And that question is, what is the best blank? What's the best playbook? What's the best freelance? What's the best team to use? What's the best defensive settings? What's the best jump shot? What's the best jump shot timing? What's the best? And to be honest, there's no really best anything. Like, the real answer is usually one of three things or a combination of the three. It's either it depends, it's situational, or it's personal preference. Even questions like what's the best combination of things, like what's the best freelance for this team, or what's the best playbook for this team, those questions are a little easier to answer, but still, it still depends, it's still situational, and a lot of it is still personal preference as well. And so for questions like what's the best freelance, or what's the best playbook, or what are the top three playbooks, and it depends on your roster. I'm not going to give you a freelance or playbook that will get you a lot of 3-point looks if you don't have 3-point shooters on your roster. I'm not going to give you a freelance or playbook with a lot of cutting actions if you don't have athletic wings. I'm not going to give you a freelance or playbook that involves your big man a lot if you don't have an elite big man. And it also depends on your personal ability. If you have good 3-point shooters on your roster, but you still can't really shoot consistently, playbooks and freelancers generating 3-point looks might not be the best option. If you struggle reading the defense and making split-second decisions, having players or freelancers that have a lot of options might not be the best choice. A lot of these things are also situational. Like, what are the best defensive settings, or what's the best way to stop pick and roll? It's situational. What is your opponent doing to you? What are their tendencies? What team are they using? What team are you using? If someone's not shooting the ball off the pick and roll, you might be able to go under and get away with it. Or maybe they are shooting the ball on the pick and roll, but you have a really tall, really good defender. You could afford to go under screens and still be able to get out to contest. Even on offense, it's situational. Is someone playing on ball, or are they off balling you? So depending on what they're doing, you might want to use a certain play or a certain freelance, or just like some other kind of strategy. And again, it also comes down to the team sometimes. What team are you using? What team are they using? And just because two people use a certain team, they can use those teams completely differently. So again, a lot of it is situational. A lot of this is also personal preference. Like, what's the best team to use, or the best players to get in my team? Is it's personal preference, and depends on what each person likes. Some people like shooters, some people like slashers, some people like dominant bigs, some people like glitchy point guards with the glitchy dribble moves. A lot of it is just personal preference. Or like, what's the best shot release timing? I prefer early, but some people prefer late or very early or whatever. Even with some of the freelancers and playbooks, a lot of it depends on your roster, but a lot of it is also personal preference. Some people prefer flow over warriors. Some people prefer warriors over flow. Some people prefer pick and roll plays more than, 3-point plays, or just prefer spacing over off-ball actions. So yeah, like I said, a lot of it is personal preference. And so when I make all these different videos, whether playbooks, freelancers, tutorials, even in my gameplays, I try to show off a lot of different things, use a lot of different things, and not necessarily just show like the best or the meta things. I try to give a lot of variety just to see all of the things that you can potentially take advantage of, or things that you may not be interested in. Either way, that's for you to decide. And so the way I think of it is, think of 2K as a meal, right? And all these different teams, players, moves, certain shots, plays, freelances, series, all these different things are ingredients, and it's up to you to put all these ingredients together to make whatever meal that you want. So I'm not really here to give you the meal. I'm not here to give you the best freelance playbook, team, move combination for the meal. I'm just here to give you all the ingredients, and you use them however it is that you see fit. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. As always, hope you enjoyed. Hope this helped you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content.